And we are on day 2. We are flying the Bf.109G-6, the B6 Erla. It is the Swedish version. It is identical, for all intents and purposes, to the regular Bf.109G6. The only difference is it has the better canopy that has a little bit better visibility. And we are fighting against Germany. So we're kind of matched up against identical planes. So this is just going to be a nice little triple. The fact that there's 3 kills is kind of unimportant, but this is kind of a typical situation that will more or less happen in during confrontation. We come in, we shoot the bomber down, we get him with the 30 mil. We're running the big potato gun. The thing's pretty good at killing bombers. It's kind of mid for fighters, especially in like deflection shots, because you really do have to lead into the future with it. But when it connects, it does pretty good. After we kill the bomber, we immediately check behind us because we know that we came out of the contrails. We know that we have a big smoke trail behind us, and we know that people are looking at the kill feed and they're going to go, oh, this is where a guy is. We notice that a guy came down from the top. We're looking at where the P-63 was, and we're going to merge with another guy that we weren't really completely tracking. We just merged with a 109G, and we're going to reverse the turn because he came in with a lot more energy, and we're going to start pulling lead pursuit again. And this is kind of the same thing as before. Like, we use very aggressive lead angles to gain our position very quickly and really just offset these guys, because the one place that we really don't want to be against a symmetrical plane is in a very long-term rate fight, which is going to happen anyways. We have a 2v1. As the second guy came in, we try to take a shot. We try to take whatever shot we get, because the quickest way to win a 2v1 is to turn it into a 1v1. We get our deflection here. We did a lot of lead on this guy. We had him defensive from the start, but we checked behind us, and sure enough, the 109 has basically saddled us. We reverse our turn. Now, I think that was a mistake. I think I could have went up in that situation, had a little bit of a safer trajectory, but because he had such a narrow window of opportunity, because aim disability is a thing, we have set up for a rate fight that is not at a neutral position, but we have enough that we are not immediately in his guns. He's not immediately riding our ass. Like, he can cut his turns. He still has a very good chance of winning, but we're going to try to play the long-term game against him. As we get into a horizontal turn, we're basically alternating where we point our canopy. Sometimes we point it above the wingtip, sometimes we point it below it, but we are slowly trying to work our way to the ground. We're slowly trying to wait for him to make a mistake, and as his nose is coming around, that tells me that he's using a lot of flaps. He is really desperate to get this shot, and I'm keeping my flaps tucked. I'm trying to conserve a little bit of energy because there's no reason for me to use flaps, because flaps are going to increase my turn rate very temporarily and then basically result in a permanent degradation. Now, he used too much flaps, and this is one of those things that is a relatively minor mistake that is easy to make but turns into a major one. The fact that he ripped his flaps forced his turn signal way to the outside, and as he tries to recover, we have the position that we want right now. And at this point, with more energy, if he keeps turning horizontally, we saddle in behind him. As he goes up, he tries to create an angle to initiate like a scissors or something, but he just has too much space, not enough speed, and he ends up in front of our guns, and then we fly away with 3 kills. And that is going to be all I have for you today on day 2 of trying to post daily videos. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I have a busy work schedule, and I have a, real life where I touch grass.